A&A gets a lot of calls to come and fix patios and porches and steps. Here's a call that we got where not only the patio area, which is quite large, needed a facelift, but also the stone wall needed attention as well. The wall had effervescence on it, which indicated water damage. In this case, the homeowner wanted the original stone reclaimed off the wall and rebuilt again. In this video, you will see the work done to meet the homeowner's expectations and desires. A&A Masonry, an award-winning company servicing the Greater Toronto Area and the Golden Horseshoe. Here we have a double masonry wall around a patio. There have been areas in the wall where water has been able to get behind the walls, and it gets held there. The water wants to escape and has nowhere to go, so that transfer of moisture pushes out effervescence. It also retains dampness, from which you get mold and algae that grows and discolors the whole beautiful natural look. In this case here, the homeowner wants to reclaim the stone itself. Rather than taking it out and doing something new in order to reclaim it, we have to take each piece off. We also have to clean off all the prior mortar that is stuck to the stone, and then we're going to rebuild it back to its original state. It will also be power washed to get the effervescence off of the stone. The wall will be rebuilt in a proper way so that when the water hits the inside of the wall, which is the patio slab, it's going to prevent the water from getting in between the two masonry walls. A part of this process is also making sure the copings are done properly. This way the copings can throw the water off the face of the wall. Here you see where the mortar joints are deteriorating and eroding. These joints have become the weakest parts of the masonry. It can be a long, tedious job, and as a result can run up the labor cost. A job like this should never have to be done if it was done correctly the first time and water not being allowed to get into the wall. Again, 90% of our restoration work is as a result of not managing water properly and avoiding the deterioration and problems that come with it and with our climate. On this same job, it's about doing proper masonry work. Here we're building steps made of stone, and we're going from a lower level to a high level, starting at the bottom. This is being done and working in a way in which gravity will allow water to flow downward without getting caught up in mortar joints. It's a common mistake and causes errors in masonry, and one that we have to repair quite often, unfortunately, when it's just not done correctly. You can see here where we are taking the time to do the treads first, and then the risers will follow on top of that, and the risers will land on the treads. And also it should be noted that there's a pretty big span from the first 3 steps to the actual steps getting into the house. At a quick glance, we can see that this may be a 15 or 18 foot span. This is where we have to make sure that it's a proper grade that uses gravity at a 1 to 3% slant in the grade. This causes a flow of water to naturally trickle down toward the walkway and away from the house. You must avoid any imperfections in there when putting natural stone on concrete. The grade of the concrete must be perfect. This is why masonry on concrete can be a more costly option in order to get it done properly. You really need to put in the time and the skill to do it properly to get a perfect grade. So if you care for your home and if you want to get the right solution for your steps or patio, make sure that you call the professionals at A&A and let them get to work for you to make your home safe and looking great from here on out. To schedule your next project, contact A&A Masonry today.